Welcome to the 30 highlight inaugural session.
Yep.
All we're going to do is just look at the college football slate this Saturday. A lot of bowl games, a lot of stuff going on, and we're here to talk about it all.
Yeah, we're just going to break it down, see what we like in these games, and then just talk about matchups and stuff like that, and, just have fun with it.
That's all we have to do. So, starting from the top.
Who do we got?
We have Baylor, Oklahoma State.
Okay, who you thinking?
Haven't watched a single snap of Baylor football this year.
Neither have I. Neither have I.
I haven't watched a single snap.
Who wants to watch Baylor?
And sure as heck not, I don't. But I think neutral site, the spread is 6.
6 is way too much. I think when you look at Oklahoma State and Oklahoma, like that game, I was telling you last week, and when you play at home, it's literally a game changer. And so I think Oklahoma State was playing off emotions, and there's just no way. Do you know where this game is?
This game's at a neutral site. I don't know exactly where it is. I wish I did. It's the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship.
Yeah, but, I watched Oklahoma State, Texas earlier this year, and I just don't think Oklahoma State is that good. And when you look at the college football playoff, it's like, you can just pick it up. Pick it up. It doesn't matter. When you look at the college football playoff, there's just no reason. It never happens. Oklahoma State's not making to the championship. And if Georgia beats Alabama, there's no way you don't put Oklahoma State in. And so there is no way Oklahoma State wins this game. I think it's all Baylor. At a noon game, they're coming off a big win. And I think Baylor pulls up the upset here because of the talent and speed they have. What do you think?
And I don't even think it's an upset at that point in time.
Do you think Baylor takes this?
I think this Baylor team, I haven't watched a snap of football yet this year, but they can play defense. I guarantee you they're going to play defense.
That's what I'm saying. When you look at Oklahoma State,
Oklahoma grounds and pounds. That's just what they do. Oklahoma State. I know they're going to do that. But
who was there?
If Baylor can stuff them at the line,
who used to play running back at Oklahoma State? He's on the Panthers
Chuba?
now. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard. Okay, so our take there is
where is it going to take Baylor?
Baylor. Noon game. Baylor's going to take it. They're going to win the Big 12 championship. I just think Oklahoma State's not going to finish the season 12-1 and make the college football playoff. There's just no shot in the world.
They shouldn't as well.
Okay.
On top of that, next one is going to be the Mountain West Championship. That's going to be played at 3. That's fun. That's exactly like you said. That's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun, isn't it?
I don't think Utah State stands a chance.
I think this is a blowout. I agree.
I think Utah State, they had Jordan Love. That was it. He made that program, and now they probably just schedule an easy schedule to get the wins, and they still lost 3 games, and I don't think they stand a chance. 6 points to San Diego State. I think that is an easy lock. Just in terms of San Diego State's winning the game. It just depends by how much.
Correct.
That's what I think.
My hot take, we now move to the next game.
Are you doing a hot take?
We moved to 3:30.
Hot take.
I have 2 hot takes.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have 2 hot takes. One, when you get the football, you mean what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm a Raging Cajun guy.
Raging Cajun.
Raging Cajuns.
You think they're going to play Inspire because of Billy Napier leaving?
I think Billy Napier doesn't actually factor in one bit.
No?
They're going to play for the...
Is he coaching? I think he may be coaching this game.
We're about to find out, but I think he's gone. This is one of my hot takes. The Cajuns win this football game.
Give me a score. Give me what you think the score is going to be.
48-31.
48-31.
I think points.
You don't
points.
You don't think Louisiana's going to kick one field goal? You think it's all going to be tutties?
They don't have a kicker. They physically don't have a kicker.
How did you come up with that assumption?
Because he only knows how to kick extra points. I've watched him play.
Okay. I like it, but I've watched Louisiana.
There's going to be a lot of points.
I don't know. I just can't see them winning it.
There's one of mine. There's one of my takes. Right here. You keep this football tight.
Send it back.
Because we're going right back. Because we're going right back.
Yep. Georgia blows out Bama. I said it.
I will take it right back. Because Bama covers this. Bama plays hard.
What is it? 6.5.
6.5 right now.
Why? Break it down for me. Like, let's analyze it. After watching Alabama play Auburn, I get Alabama's on the road versus Auburn. It's a rivalry game, but why do you think Bama can stay in this game with what you've seen?
So I've seen a couple things.
Okay.
I've seen history.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
Yes. We all know the dynasty that Bama is. They're going to be ready to play, but there's a time where you're just going to be, like, out-measured and out-talented where it's just not their year to win it all. I think Georgia's
for real
easily the best team.
It's not their year to win it all, but it is.
Would you say Georgia's the best team in the country right now?
Oh, I would not doubt that one bit.
Not just because they're ranked first, like when you look at them. I would say a weakness they have, though, is quarterback play. When you look at Stetson Bennett, all he does is just they play him over JT Daniels because he can keep the ball from turning it over and stuff like that. And so he just keeps the ball, maintains possessions, and that's why they're successful, because their defense is
because we look at their defense,
insane.
Yeah.
So all they have to do is not turn the ball over, and they're going to win games. And when you look at Bama, their defense was supposed to be so much better. They got Henry Tutu, the linebacker, to transfer over, and he was supposed to lead this defense. And we've seen what Florida has become. I mean, the Gators are not good this year, and you saw they only beat Gators 31-29. Arkansas is like...
I see a similar score here.
You do? But then you look at Arkansas...
Sorry to cut you.
No, you're good. You look at Arkansas. Arkansas is like... They're not as good. They're getting better. For how bad Arkansas has been the last couple of years, they're getting better for sure. But...
Sure, yeah.
But that was a 1 or 2 possession game. And, I mean, knowing Bama and knowing Arkansas, when you put, the two together, it's like... Bama should win the game by 30.
Yeah, I mean, at the same point, the Georgia-Arkansas game wasn't fun. If you're an Arkansas fan, it wasn't fun.
That's what home games.
It was what 34-zip at half.
It was something bad. I thought Arkansas was going to stay in it, and then watching them, I know. I mean, we're Florida State fans. Obviously, if you can tell, we went there, and our offense coordinator used to be Kendall Briles, and that's now the offense coordinator at Arkansas. And so I know that I'm not a big fan of his, so I just didn't think that, oh, okay, we got a bunny here.
You win some, you lose most.
But I don't like his style of play because it's like split screens and stuff like that. Like, I never believe all those split screens. I believe throwing the ball down the field.
Nothing. Obviously, we're talking about college football this whole entire week.
Mm-hmm.
And you hate Briles. Not hate, but...
I just dislike his play style, and that's kind of how college football is kind of going. Like those split screens, it's almost like a run play, but you're just getting the ball in your playmaker's hands. But when you have, I'm not even sure his name. I think it's Trevon Burks, who's going to be a first-round wide receiver pick. When you have him who can go up and get the ball, he's big, physical, and just like a mean player in a good way. I mean, you just match him up one-on-one, and he's going to win it. And that's all you got to do. But what was the score you think for Bama, Georgia?
I reiterated it.
31-29, that one?
No, that was Florida.
Yeah, but you thought similar score?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a shootout, and I know Bama's going to stay in the game. That's exactly what they do.
You think?
Yes.
And it's going to come down to what? You think Georgia's still winning, but Bama stays in it?
I agree.
And how? Who has ball last?
I see 27-24 Georgia.
27-24.
That's a lot of points to score on the Georgia defense, but I see it.
My thought is 27-10 Georgia. But I mean, you never know. You can't count Bama out. I mean, they have so much talent, but Georgia's just they're just different this year, and it shows with their recruiting class that's coming in. They have the number 1 recruiting class in 2022. But they are unmatched from what it looks like.
What it looks like, it's been like that for X amount of years. This Georgia team, yes, this year just so happens to be that it's the undefeatable, invincible team.
Yeah, but you think it's gonna?
But Georgia always finds a way to lose.
They do. They are not clutch, and Bama is. I mean, we saw it with the Auburn game. I mean, Auburn owned that game, and then out of nowhere, a couple lucky plays, and it just always seems like the fortune goes in the way of Alabama.
You coach under Belichick, you learn a lot.
Yeah, I agree. We see how Mac Jones is doing. All right, well, that's our take on Bama, Georgia. It's for sure going to be a good game, so I would tune in. And
I would say it's going to be tight. Starts at 4:30. They're playing at the Mercedes Superdome.
That's what it's going to be, almost a home game for Georgia.
Yeah.
Being in
the Superdome?
Yeah. So that could play a factor too. I'm big on if your home crowd is there. We saw tonight. We're just watching the game with Utah, Oregon. I mean, it's 38-3 Utah. And it's a Pac-12 championship, so it's a neutral site, but
supposed to be.
We had to search for an Oregon fan. So it makes a huge difference playing off momentum and energy. All right, who else we got here? I know we got Big Ten teams coming up.
Yeah. We have Houston, Cincy.
Okay.
Gonna be a blowout.
What, a 10.5? You think it's gonna be a blowout?
No worries there.
I agree.
This Cincy team is not good, but they're gonna cover that.
Neither is Houston.
Yes. Houston's gonna throw. What do you say? I'm gonna put the under/over at 2.5 picks.
I like the over.
Yeah,
I like the over. But I watched Cincy USF. Don't ask why. I don't know either. But USF is 2-9, 2-10. They're young. I mean, they're not good. Let's just be honest.
I got Southpaw down there.
But it was a close game between Houston and USF, and it's
for no
Cincy,
reason.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
The closest game was actually Cincy Navy. Navy took them to overtime.
Well, Cincy's going to start slow. That's just how they are. And then once that quarterback finds rhythm, I mean, they're going to win. They're somehow going to make it to the college football playoff, and they're going to get blown out. It's a sad year to watch.
It's actually a bad year to be a Cincy fan because you're going to become in the top 4, and then you're going to get the doors blown off.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, Georgia's for sure in, but you have Bama, who you're not sure about yet.
We're only sure about Georgia, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Georgia can lose this game. They're in.
They're still in. They'll just drop maybe to second or third, but it really doesn't matter because Georgia has to
stay home. They're going to stay home.
What do you mean stay home?
They're going to stay at the 1.
If they lose, I'm saying.
They're still going to stay at the 1.
You think?
Bama already has a loss.
Yeah, I guess. Who knows? Anyway, they'd make the playoff, win or lose here. This is just literally a cherry on the on the top. But so we think Cincy's going to blow out. Spread's 10.5. I think they easily cover that. I don't even think it's a game. Maybe Houston will play inspired because it's a championship game, but I really don't think they have a shot.
We're now going to the Big Ten.
This game's going to be a lot closer than people think. There's no way 10 points. It's a 10-point spread in Michigan's favor. We all know what happens. What happens when you come off a big win?
I see 11-point spread.
11. What happens when you come off a big win? Tell me.
You don't play the same.
You don't.
That's for darn sure.
No, you don't. They played at home. They played inspired, and now you're coming to a championship game.
This Iowa team's tough, man.
Because their defense.
The thing is, yes, they have a lot of just senior linebackers. I guarantee you when they pull up the slip, it's going to be linebacker, senior. Yeah. And those boys are going to hit hard. I know Michigan's running back had a heck of a day against Ohio State.
28 carries, 169 yards, and 5 touchdowns versus Ohio State.
That's not happening here.
But Ohio State's defense is not that good, and that's what's holding them back this year. And that's why they're not probably going to end up in the playoff, obviously. But
yeah,
you agree? You think it's going to be closer than 11?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to be back and forth.
Low scoring or high scoring?
I think lower.
I agree.
Lower than one would think.
Because Michigan is like a possession team where they keep the ball for a while and run it. And Iowa's defense is going to probably hold them to field goals. And their offense, has Iowa ever had a good offense?
No.
No, that was the answer.
No. That was, they had one blowout game against Maryland this year.
Oh, yeah, because Maryland turned it over a ton of times. So Michigan's probably not going to do that unless they fumble. So
it's going to be a game with turnovers. We can't control turnovers.
I see a 17-13 game. I think Michigan's still going to pull it out, but I think it's going to be like that, low scoring.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
That was a pretty good score.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like 24-17.
Okay,
Michigan.
So we're right around the same, both in agreement that Michigan's going to win this, but it's going to be closer than people think.
I think Iowa cover shouldn't be the end of the world.
No, I agree. I don't know how you put a championship game that big of a spread.
And guess what? Guess what we end up at? And we close up.
I like this game. I think it's going to be a really good game.
We close up in the ACC championship.
We'll be there next year.
These are the boys.
We'll be there next year.
These are the boys.
Just need a transfer quarterback. Sorry.
Mark his word.
Who do we got
now?
Who do we got here? ACC championship.
ACC championship, we have Wake Forest and Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Two teams you never would have thought would have ever even been in this situation.
No. Didn't.
But
where's Clemson?
Two teams that are ranked top 20 in the nation.
What's this? What did they say on this?
What are you saying?
I'm thinking 3.5 Pitt, but I like Pitt a lot more than just 3.5.
It actually is 3.5 Pitt.
Is it? I saw it. I know.
That's all right, but the under over 71.5.
I want your take on this, and then I'll give you.
This is going to be a bloodbath. This is guaranteed to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
I've taken the Wake over many a times, and one more time, because neither of these defenses are good. They're going to get shredded apart.
I think Pitt's D is better than Wake, and that's going to be the difference in this game. Do you agree, or you haven't watched Pitt that much?
Yeah, I haven't watched Pitt.
You know they have that one quarterback, though, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, Pickett.
He's good. And Sam Hartman is good for Wake Forest.
Hartman is good. I think Hartman just short arms the ball enough, gets the ball where it has to go. But
trivia question: what Netflix show did Sam Hartman? Sam Hartman. Which one did he show up on?
Netflix. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Automatic.
Tell me.
QB1. Have you seen it?
I have seen that.
They practiced in like just a grass field, and I saw like committed.
Where's he from? What state?
I don't even know. But they practice in like a grass field, like your recess at school, and I was like, this kid's coming to Wake Forest, never gonna play, and now he's balling out. You can't deny Wake Forest's offense.
Yeah, you see, I'm gonna ride with Kenny Pickett.
I'm right there with you. I think 6.5 spread would be more reasonable for this game.
This is gonna be a bloodbath. We're all aware. There's gonna be a lot of points scored.
I think 48-41 Pitt. Lock it in. What do you take?
I would say Pitt's gonna do something like wrong, miss a field goal. It's gonna be like 39-31 Pitt. Something weird.
I like that.
Something weird.
No, that's good. I actually like that.
Something weird.
Because these teams are like, they're just starting to like get good, and maybe they'll get momentum in the recruiting trail, but they still got some bad players here and there that are gonna screw it up, and that's gonna be the extra point.
Exactly. It's gonna be something weird, to my knowledge, but Norvell's putting his time in.
Yeah.
We had a tough 5-7 year,
but it was a good second half of the year.
Yeah, we're very well aware.
We'll get to FSU. We'll like wrap up with that. But let's run through them real quick. Let's do our final takes just to recap. So
our final locks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my 2.
No, you just go through all the games, say who you like, and just give like a quick sentence of why, and then I'll do it, and that will be like our recap on these games for tomorrow.
Baylor beats Oklahoma State just because why not?
Okay, you heard it here first. No, that's good.
Put it up there. San Diego State blows the doors off Utah State.
Okay.
Raging Cajuns are the Raging Cajuns.
Mm-hmm. So you're calling an upset.
They're not stopping there.
You like the upset there.
I like the upset there. I would take a money line.
Okay.
Bama.
Let me see the ball.
Bama plays tough.
Hot take.
Bama plays tough.
Yeah?
No one's going to doubt that.
Yeah. You can.
Everyone knows Georgia's D.
Yeah.
I'm very aware of Georgia's D.
And the one
Don't get me wrong.
D tackle.
Yeah, Jordan, he's a big boy.
He's huge. So you like Bama covering but not winning?
I like Bama covering, not winning.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Cincy will cover that. Cincy's going to blow him out.
Okay, because
Houston, what conference? I couldn't even tell you what conference they're in.
What is it?
The American
Central.
Yeah, the American.
Those teams, man, they literally just scale by the whole year and play nobody, and then argue at the end of the year why they don't get in the playoffs. And luckily, they're probably going to get there this year, just because the big teams have beat each other up.
They're asking for it though. When you're in the American,
yeah,
like UCF, national champions.
Yeah. I mean, we
national champions.
Yeah, and they're just not. Okay, who's next? Michigan, Iowa.
I think Michigan does play well.
Yeah.
Wins that game. And then.
But Iowa covers. No?
But Iowa covers.
So kind of like the Bama Georgia game.
11's a lot.
Yeah.
11's a lot
Too
of
many
points. Too many points.
Too many points.
Too many points. And then I'm going with Kenny Pickett, man.
Yeah.
I'm going with Kenny Pickett. He's going to throw. He's going to throw. You're not going to stop him.
Okay. I like that. Mark those down. No, those are good. I think I'm in agreement. I think Baylor upsets Oklahoma State. I just think Oklahoma State's a little overrated. The Big 12's not that good. Like, Texas isn't that good. I mean, the best team in there was kind of Kansas State.
What's the under over there? Click it.
What's the one?
Scroll. Under over.
Let's see. I bet you it's like 48.
I would slam that over.
46.
Wow.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Much lower than I would have thought.
Oklahoma State, they're known for their defense. That's why I think if Baylor just gets off to a good start, Baylor wins the game. Utah, San Diego State, like we said, we're really not we really don't have much knowledge on this game, but just knowing Utah State 9-3, San Diego State 11-1, I think Utah State's literally just known off Jordan Love, and they're not as good as the record shows.
I didn't even know he went there.
Yeah,
to be honest.
So San Diego State covers and wins. App State and Louisiana. I really don't have a take on this, so I'm gonna ride my dog here and say Louisiana upsets App State at a 2.5 spread and takes the win and rides into the year on as good as news as they could because they just lost their coach. So I think this win is like a rebound. It could be like a hot spot to come coach.
When was the last time? A very hot spot to coach.
They're when you watch them, they're always in the top 25. They're usually in the 20s, but they're disciplined. They know how to win, and they just got like good athletes. They know how to develop their players.
They have a lot of players. They just don't have a coach right now.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it better, in my opinion.
They'll be good. They'll be fine. Georgia, Bama. I still stick with that 27-10 prediction. I think Bama plays it close, and it's tied. I think it's just like 10-7.5, not even tied. 10-7.5 Georgia. I think it's a sloppy game in the first half, or just a defensive-sided game, and then I think Georgia starts to break away. And a turnover is going to change the game.
Yeah. I would say, if we're talking a sloppy game at half,
that's good for Bama.
It's good for Bama.
Yeah.
But I don't doubt Kirby one bit.
No, there's just too much talent. It's finally Georgia's year. They've always been so close. They've had Fromm, who's played well. They've had who else do they have?
Easton.
Jacob Easton. Like, they've had solid quarterbacks, and this year it's not even about the quarterback. It's about the defense.
It's literally about the defense.
And Georgia's always been kind of like a run and gun team.
Georgia's bounced around quarterbacks back here, there.
Yeah.
And all we hear is their defense.
It's got to be their year. If they don't win, I'd be very surprised, and I wouldn't know who's going to win. Okay, Cincy, Houston. We like Cincy. I mean, Houston's not good. Let's just be honest. They probably barely win their games. Michigan, Iowa. I'm in agreement with him. Iowa covers the 11-point spread, but Michigan wins. They probably play a sloppy first half, coming off a big win. And
it's Big Ten football.
Jim Harbaugh.
It's Big Ten football.
It's Big Ten football. It's Big Ten football. Jim Harbaugh puts on his khakis and, whoops them up at halftime, and they're back.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Pitt, Wake. Yeah, I'm also with you. I think Kenny Prickett, whatever, his name is, I think he's good. I think he's going to probably end up being like a third or fourth round draft pick and probably, be a second string in the NFL. But I still think he's like got the talent. And I think Pitt's defense is just a little bit better than Wake's, and that's what's going to make the difference in the game.
I would say there ain't much defense going to be played in that game.
No.
There's not going to be much defense.
Even the over-under, it looks high, but with these teams, it's...
That's not out of the ordinary.
No, it's like both teams scoring a little bit above 35 each. And, it's probably going to happen. It's probably going to be 24-21 at half. If we're being honest. So, I think that would be easy. But I think that's our recap.
I think that's the slate. Cover the slate pretty well.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking, what else are you going to see? It's literally conference championship day.
There'll be good games, but...
That's what you're going to ask for. Here are the times.
Yeah, you walk the times out. And then I think, since it's our first video, we just we'll give a recap of our team, FSU, and, what we like about FSU in this coming year like that. And then I mean, we're going to continue to put out videos and just have normal conversations about who we like, why we like them.
This is it.
And just have fun with it. So
the thing is, we don't have enough time to put on a fake face.
No, I mean, we're not going to come on here and look all professional. We just want to talk it out, have fun with you guys, and then hear what you guys want to say in the comments about what you think, what your takes are, and correct us if we're wrong. But let's hear the times of the games.
Hey, so we're starting off at noon. The Baylor Oklahoma State. We read them in order.
Okay.
But Baylor Oklahoma State is at noon.
Okay.
Utah State San Diego State's at noon. No one's going to be watching that.
No, sleep in.
Yeah.
Sleep in.
The Raging Cajuns are playing at 3:30.
Sleep in.
Georgia Bama at 4.
It's time to wake up. Get some wings.
That's when we start.
Yeah.
That's when we actually start watching football.
Yeah. Okay, and then
I mean, that's obviously the biggest one. Cincy Houston's also at 4. That's going to be on a side TV.
Yeah. Don't even get to side
if
TV.
you have the opportunity, yeah.
That's on the phone, maybe put on the stream, and you can, if you bet on it, then you can watch it. If not, why are you watching it?
And then we got Michigan Iowa at 8.
It will be a good game, but like Ryan said, it's Big Ten, it's boring, it's defense.
I wouldn't recommend watching that game personally.
No. But I think this next game is what's going to be fun. High scoring.
Also at 8 o'clock, that's going to be Pitt Wake Forest. 8 o'clock. Where are they playing? Let's see.
Where is ACC? That's going to be a fun game.
Yeah.
I know there's probably not a lot of Wake Forest Pitt fans out there. Sorry if I'm offending anyone, but if you want to see offense, that's what you see. If you had a fantasy team for college, I'd pick up every player on those teams.
Yes. Not their defense.
No. I just wouldn't even put a defense in if those were my options.
So they are going to be playing
North Carolina. What field is that there?
It's called Bank of America. They're playing where the Panthers play.
Okay. That'll be good. Okay, well, I think that recaps our slate of games tomorrow. I think it's going to be a great day. Fun to watch some football. If you bet, good luck with that. But
bet responsibly, always.
Yes, just like when you drink. But I think we just give a little recap of FSU, background on ourselves, and then I think we can wrap this first video up.
Fire it up.
All right, I'll start it. So we both went to Florida State, hence our attire. Big Florida State football fans. I mean, that's why all we talk about. So this is why we wanted to do this. I mean, we're just doing this for fun and see where it goes. My thoughts on the season were obviously started slow. I think the Jacksonville State game is a real big hit to the program, but they rebounded and they responded, and I think that shows the kind of coach Norvell is. I did lose a little faith in him, but they finished the season 5-2 in their last 7 games, ending with a 5-7 record, which is not awful, or 5-3 in the last 8 games. But I think again they need to hit the transfer portal. I think a quarterback is huge. I love Jordan Travis. He's a competitor and he really represents Florida State well. But he's like a Taysom Hill, and you see how the Saints are doing with Taysom Hill as their starter. It's just
17 points is about the maximum they can score.
That's what I'm saying. He's a good mix it up kind of guy,
right.
That's how they used him successfully when Drew Brees played. But when he's the full-time starter, the success is not there.
It's not easy.
No,
it's not easy. And I'm also gonna interrupt him here, intercept you here.
Yeah,
sure. We can talk 30 minutes. I'm gonna bounce questions off you for this FSU football team because it's gonna be an exciting year. Norvell is actually his first, maybe a second full recruiting class.
Yeah, second
full recruiting class.
He's bringing in some dogs. I mean, we have the number 1 recruit in the country in Travis Hunter. That itself is just going to bring energy to the program.
People that we want to have there, but I'm telling you, we're going to do 2 podcasts a week. It's not really going to be a problem. Posting's not going to be a problem.
No,
we're going to be
just
together.
Enjoy doing this.
We're literally just sitting here talking.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that twice a week. So what we're going to actually kind of rely on is we're going to do 2 posts a week. 1 is going to be football, whether it be Florida State, whether it be NFL, college football like we did today.
Yeah.
Or we're going to have a second one that's going to be a little random. And that's going to be a little bit more fun for some of you listeners.
And we'll spice it up. I mean, right now we're just kind of chilling talking.
Always.
We'll get some, we'll get the setup going a little bit. We're
Yeah.
not going to be fake, though. Never be fake. We're just going to give our honest opinions of these games. We're going to be truthful when we actually don't know what's going on, but we're going to give our random prediction. and we're going to have a time with it. But what do you think next year for Florida State?
I would be happy. I would be so happy 8-4.
I was thinking that same exact number. Because we need a bowl game, and not just one where you just make it and we play Arizona State in the Sun Belt Bowl like we did 2 years ago.
We're not playing in any of that stuff anymore.
No.
Freshman year, we played our freshman year.
Was it freshman?
Our freshman, we played Louisiana, or we played Southern Miss.
Oh, yeah, that's brutal, man.
And
who wants to watch that?
It's embarrassing.
It's Florida State. They have such a legacy there, and I think it's on the way back, but everyone expects it just to turn around like a matter of seconds. But a lot of work has to be brought in, talent has to be developed, and I think they're on the right track back to being what Florida State should be.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and I think the second that we did enter college started the demise of Florida State football.
You remember that
game? We
game?
came in at the absolute worst possible time. Oh, sure do I remember that game. Remember when we were ranked 3rd?
Oh, my gosh. And we were in the game. But then Francois went down, DeAndre Francois.
Right in garbage time, too.
Jimbo left, and
when really nothing mattered.
Yeah. But we're going to bounce back. And we're passionate
We've
fans.
seen head coaches. We've seen it all.
Yeah.
We're happy where we're at. It's time for the boys to ride. If I had to be dead honest. Yes, we get a little notch in our belt for getting ACC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Jermaine was
That's
huge.
a little notch in our belt. That's not enough.
Yeah. No. It's a start of how we're developing talent. We saw him at Georgia. He had 5 sacks last year, rotated, wanted his, prime starting spot, earned it, and, look what he's done. And now he's going to probably be a 1st or 2nd round pick, and he's made a career for himself by coming to Florida State. And I think that's what they're able to sell transfers is look what we did with Jermaine Johnson, Keir Thomas, Jamie Robinson. All those guys found success this year. And I think Florida State does a good job of displaying their talent for people to recruit.
We're gonna display the talent. We're gonna sit here and talk about football a lot, but also don't forget we have a basketball team.
Yep.
That's gonna be for a future episode. Hope you all tune in, subscribe, like it.
Let's go.
Let's have a day.
Yep. Appreciate you guys.